So in today's video, I have two of the best Natro macro settings for Pine Tree. One of these will involve the normal wand and the other one will be for the tide popper. So this video will cover two different Natro macro settings for the two different wands because they actually behave quite differently. Subscribe if you want to see that one. So now let's just go ahead and get into it. So the first pattern, which will be for the normal petal wand, is actually fork. So you're going to have fork like this. The width will be 2. Because that way you just, these will all stay on the field as well and they won't like run off or accidentally disconnect. These are all pretty good. So you will have fork, you have drift comp. You will also set your pack to 95 upper left. Distance will be 7 or 8. I like 7. It's meant to be 8, but 7 just seems to work better for me. So I do 7. Too high is walk or reset. If you're having trouble and your game's just glitching a bunch, do have it to reset. I have it walk bow. This is because as a blue hive, it's not crazy important how big your backpack is. It's mostly about balloons, so you can have it reset. I would say with walk that would be better. Next up, we have the rotation camera angle. This is just 1. Just have that to 1. It's, yeah, don't change this whatsoever. It's normally, if you do change this, it will break it. So make sure you do have it at 1. Gather with shift lock can be off. Don't touch anything to do with the invert and have drift comp on. Drift comp only works if you actually have the supreme sprinkler. So that's this sprinkler right here. That's this one. If you don't have this one, then I recommend buying it now, or otherwise you can just turn it off. It's not too bad without it. However, I would highly recommend actually having it. Obviously say field to Pine Tree because otherwise it just won't work. Now I will show what this actually looks like. So let's go ahead and start it up. Okay, so we are about to see what it actually looks like. So we'll go ahead and it will actually run into the corner because balloons gather in corners. So this is why this one's super good. It goes into a corner and it will just farm like this on an angle, which is pretty much how you want it. The sprinkler is under the tree. You can't see it. Maybe you can, but it will make sure the character stays around the sprinkler. If for some reason you touch your keyboard or something and it goes off, it will automatically redirect the character to the sprinkler. And this is what it looks like. It's actually really good. The only reason, I'm going to stop it now. The only reason it's not good for tide popper is because the tide popper won't actually collect your bubbles. The petal wand's ability to like spawn those little circles to go over the entire field is why it's still good in a circle, because it can actually gather all around you. So when you're facing this way, it'll still collect bubbles over in this corner, which is why it's super good. Something important to actually take from this is that you play around with it. It might not be perfect for you. For example, the distance was different for me just because of my hive and all of my amulets and stuff. So make sure you do play around with this, but overall this is pretty perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the one if you have tide popper. If you have tide popper, you probably already have a pretty good Natro pattern. However, there are a couple better ones. For example, I have gone ahead and downloaded Miku Tide Shift NM. So this one is pretty good right now. What this will do is actually go on the edge of a field. Imagine I have tide popper. I know I still don't, but you will basically be running here collecting them in the corner. That way you actually get all the bubbles in the end. I can't really show this because I don't have tide popper, but the settings for this are actually like, you can't really change them all that much. You can, but I would recommend just leaving them as they are. If you do actually want to go ahead and download this, I'll be making a video on that soon, or it's maybe already out now, but please go ahead, check the Discords down below in the description. There's 2 there. One of them is mine and one of them is the actual one where you can download all of these. You can also join mine. I will help you out with your settings because these are very commonly break and you will probably struggle a lot setting these up. Yeah, but this is pretty much it. Upper left is a 100% guarantee. Definitely have it upper left. Distance should definitely be 7 for this. 7 is super good. And I think pretty much everything else should also be the same. 10 minutes for pack, 95%, and it should all pretty much, yeah, that should be pretty good. Now what this macro will look like when you actually do it, or I could do it, but you have to you basically just will walk around like this, collecting all of the bubbles. This one will be less about your balloons in the corner and more so about the bubbles across the field. Definitely do this one with more people than just yourself. I can't really show it. I guess I could, but I don't have tide popper, so it won't really work. Yeah, but that is pretty much it. So I hope I have helped you in this 2025 setting. Please go ahead, make sure you like, subscribe, like I said earlier, join all the Discords down below to help out. And if you have any other Natro macro things you would like me to cover, please go ahead, let me know down in the description. Please let me know down in the comments, and I shall catch you all in the next video. Goodbye.